Well, welcome to the 700 Club. Alarming news out of Syria. Here's a quote. "We will enter the Al-Aqsa Mosque." Those are the words of Islamic rebels who recently took control of Syria. And they reveal their ultimate goal, take control of Jerusalem.
Well, that's one reason Israeli forces struck hundreds of targets in Syria, destroying most of its military infrastructure. Chris Mitchell reports from Jerusalem.
In a 48-hour bombing campaign, the IDF says it has destroyed up to 80% of Syria's military capability. Named Bashan Arrow after the biblical name for the Golan Heights, the IDF hit more than 300 targets throughout Syria.
The IDF has been working in Syria in recent days to damage and destroy strategic capabilities that threaten the state of Israel. The Navy worked tonight to destroy the Syrian fleet, and with great success.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu authorized the strikes to keep Syria's military assets from Israel's new jihadist neighbors, and he sent them a warning.
We want relations with the new regime in Syria, but if this regime allows Iran to reestablish itself in Syria, or allows the transfer of Iranian weapons or any other weapons to Hezbollah, or attacks us, we will respond forcefully and we will exact a heavy price from it. What happened to the previous regime will also happen to this regime.
Inside Syria, the former government of Bashar Assad says it will transfer power to Syria's new leader, who pledged no new war.
The regime is now gone, thanks to God, and the country is moving towards development and reconstruction. It's going towards stability. People are exhausted from war, so the country isn't ready for another, and it's not going to get into another one.
But the Middle East Media Research Institute released this video of HTS fighters pledging Damascus is simply a stepping stone.
Just like that, Allah willing, we will enter the Al-Aqsa Mosque, the Prophet's Mosque, and the Kaaba. We will enter these, Allah willing.
It's a goal HTS leader Mohammed al-Golani shared in this 2018 video.
Allah willing, we will reach not only Damascus, Jerusalem awaits us as well.
Charmaine Heading, founder of the Shai Fund, currently helping Christians inside Syria, says it's important to know the history of these new powers in Syria.
We're watching these two groups that have taken over Syria, the HTS, which is run by Gilani, who's formerly part of Jabhat al-Nusra, which is Al-Qaeda, and the SNA, which is a coalition of forces but has a lot of ISIS veterans in them. And both of these groups are somehow funded by Turkey and have both got major human rights records.
It's why Heading and many human rights groups are deeply concerned for the future of Christians and other minority groups inside Syria. Chris Mitchell, CBN News, Jerusalem.
Well, we should all be deeply concerned, not just for the minority groups within the Syrian borders, but the ultimate goal of these Islamic groups. They're offshoots of ISIS. The Islamic State of Iraq and Syria is that name. They were allied with them at the beginning, and their goal was to go and attack Jerusalem. That was their ideological goal. They would put together a group, control Iraq, control Syria, and in that have strength enough to go and attack Israel and take Jerusalem. Let's take their words seriously. That ideology hasn't gone away. They're trying to put a new face on it, and you will see from their actions where they're going. But that ideology runs very deep, and we should all be concerned about it. This is alarming news. And where is that Middle East going? Is it going to peace or is it going to more war?